Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to everyone who is at home now watching us live on the stream, BritishSwimming.org. If you're at home, sit back, relax, because you're in for a fantastic morning of swimming. My name's John Mason. If you just joined us, you haven't seen us, I'm going to be the host here this week, and what a week we've got for you. You're in for some incredible swimming action. We had it last night. We're going to have more today. And tonight, our finals that are going to be on later on are going to be the World Series Final 1 and 2, the top 20 swimmers that are IPC classified. We're also going to be having our British final with our club swimmers. The Twitter hashtag for today is BPSIM17. So send us your selfies. Maybe you're on the couch. Lucky you. It is Friday. Treat yourself. Send us a selfie and let us know where you're watching from. Now, Alan and Joe, they're going to be our commentators for this event. They're going to take you through all the action that's happening this morning. So it's over to them now. How are you feeling, guys?
Good morning, John Mason. Good morning, everybody inside Ponds Forge. Are you well? 4 of you are well, the other 58 of you are average. That's absolutely fine. Everybody on the stream, good morning to you guys as well. Alongside me, the very wonderful Joanne Jackson. Good morning.
Good morning, Alan.
That's absolutely fantastic. Right, in a couple of moments, we're going to take a look on the big screen and the screens at home. We're going to take a look at the schedule of events to come, just like that. There it is. So we've got the women's 50 metres freestyle and, of course, the men's 50 metres freestyle events as well. The women's 200 and the men's 200 metres individual medley events. And tonight, we'll also have the finals of the women's and men's 150 metre individual medley events. Which one do you fancy in there, Joe?
Yeah, we've got some fantastic events coming up. The splash and dash of the pool to start with, the men's and women's 50 metre freestyle. Really looking forward to seeing those races. It's amazing to see how many Paralympians we have in the pool this week, and I'm super excited to see how they get on after Rio last year.
Keep your tweets coming, as John mentioned, hashtag BPSIM17. If you're inside the venue and you want to talk to me and Joe, use the word pond in your, or ponds, should I say, in your tweet. If you're watching on the stream, just use the word stream. It's nice and easy, really easy if you want to talk to me and Joe up here in the, well, we're right on the roof. So just a very quick one. We just need to make sure that everybody's happy. After 3 inside Ponds Forge, we're going to get you all to make a big cheer, because that's what you need to do when the swimmers are swimming. So after 3, big cheer from you guys in the stands. 1, 2, 3. Admittedly, the guy in the white t-shirt went very early there. I sold him the dummy. He's gone for it. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Even the man in the pink shirt went for it, and I love that about him and the pink shirt. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much to all of you who have joined us here. We're going to welcome out the officials in a couple of moments. You've got one job if you're here in the stands, and that's to applaud all of these fabulous swimmers at the end of each of the races. That is your job. Mine is to say, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside your referees and their team of technical officials. Your technical delegate for this meet is the very wonderful Mr. Tony Ward. The referees for this session are, for the men's events, Susan Coe. For the women's events, David Metcalf. The starters for this event, for the men's events, David Harmon. And for the women's events, Stephen Christian. Officials, you may be seated. A big good morning to everybody on the stream, big good morning to everybody up in the stands, and we've got some special guests as well. We've got the Lord Mayor of Sheffield, got Councillor Denise Fox, and we've got also the British Swimming Chairman, Maurice Watkins, CBE. So thank you very much to those guys, they're all here. ASA President as well, so thank you very much to our special guests. Keep your tweets coming, hashtag BPSIM17. Nikki Potter says, day 2, go Ryan Potter, swim fast. We've got one from Greg, it says, good luck to Grace Ella Cooper Holmes in the 50 Lots of love from Dad Scott Lucky as well, and Dennis. So everybody's sending their messages in. Donna Parker says, good luck to Liam Spence, she's watching on the stream. We're watching live. Which means we can say, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our first event of the morning. This is the women's 50 meters freestyle heats. This is heat number 1.
So here we go, day 2 in the pool. We're starting off with the women's MC 50 metre freestyle. In 3, Charlotte McGuinness from Harrogate. In 4, Katie Moss from Mount Kelly. In 5, Megan Short from Satellite. And Tammy Cunnington in 6 from Canada.
So already an early look at the international feel of this competition. Joe, one from Canada here, swimming Tammy Cunnington, quite late into the sport, born 1975. She's one of our lower classification swimmers in this early heat. She's just swimming from the S4 classification. 2 S6 swimmers in Moss and McGuinness, and it will be one of those that comes in first. It's Katie Moss, 45.79. Megan Short swimming from the S7 classification at the wall. She comes in a 52.20 and 53.14. You hear the referee's whistle asking the swimmers will clear from the side of the pool before we start the next heat. And again, it's all about the points. 411 for Tammy Cunnington means that she actually wins that heat despite finishing last in time. You get the hang of it after a while. So the official results are up on the big scoreboard here, and they're being brought to you guys at home as well. Keep those tweets coming in. Vicky Hurst says, good luck to Lily Rice. Love from Auntie. That's on the stream. Sarah Livesey says, here supporting all the CP swimmers competing at Ponds Forge in the Para Swimming International Meet. Thank you very much. Keep them coming into us. And we look forward to our next heat. Here on day number 2, this will be heat number 2.
Heat 2 underway here in 0, Laura Pilkington. In 1, Sally Phillips. 2, Georgia Howell. In 3, Samantha Lewis. In 4, Genevieve Hunter. In 5, Charlotte Hyde. Jasmine Stagg in 6, Madeline Harris in 7, Peggy Sontag in 8, and Jerry Ray Pierce in lane number 9.
So Bernie Turner says best of luck to Nicole, Ellen, Patrick and Barry, all of the Irish swimmers here from Bernie Turner. As they come in towards the final 5 metres here in 6, Jasmine Stagg of Altrincham swimming as an S14 swimmer, 41.59. That only gives her 254, which means that Charlotte Hyde alongside her with 418 has done very well. But Peggy Sontag, it is from Germany, who gets 472, so that'll be the points good enough to take heat number 2. And here already, Joe, we're seeing plenty of swimmers born in 02 and 03. They're all getting some really good experience of swimming alongside some really big names.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see the youngsters coming through. They get to kind of race and also see some international athletes here, you know, medalists from the Rio Paralympians last year. So it's great to see the youngsters. We saw that last week at the British Swimming Championships. A lot of youngsters moving through to the finals and then also making those finals to the evening and even making the teams later on in the year.
So the official results now being shown. A disqualification in lane 4. Peggy Sontag with 472 wins heat number 2. This is heat number 3. So this is heat 3 then. Leah O'Connell from lane 0, and then we'll go upwards from there. Sarah Pachout, Lily Rice, Isabel Dean, Grace Cooper Holmes, Scarlett Humphrey, Catriona Chung, Anna Binns and Holly Pinder. No lane 9 in this third of the women's 50 metres freestyle heats. And these times will just get faster and faster as we go through the 10 heats that we have of the women's 50 freestyle, and it's Chung with 474 who has the best of the point scores as they touch the wall. Just waiting for an official time here in lane number 7. Anna Binns of Orion. Just while we wait for the official times and scores to come through. Joe, what's it like as a youngster being on that podium over there, waiting to get started? They're at the blocks. Maybe it's their first race of the week. Maybe it's their first race at an event this big. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, they're going to be a little bit nervous, but they'll have done all that hard work in training, so it's really important that they stay focused for their race. They'll have seen some of the times that the girls have done in the previous heats, but they will have sat down with their coach, they'll have a race plan, they'll know what they want to do, so they just need to sit there, stay focused and really think about the event that they're swimming.
Keep those tweets coming in as well. Alison Lewis is watching on the stream. Good luck to Sam Lewis from Mum, sat at home resting her poorly knee. So Alison not being able to join us, but she is watching because there is the stream going out as well. And Jacob Taylor is supporting Annalise Burgess of the Bipsim 70, watching on the stream. But hello to the family who are here at Ponds Forge as well. So keep those tweets coming in. Hashtag BPSIM17. I'm just trying to bring you the official results in just a few moments. And, well, those that are tuning in, and perhaps it's the first time they've watched a swimming event, this is quite normal. You do get delays at swimming events, and you have to just cope with it as an athlete. The official results are now being displayed on the scoreboard. They'll be brought to you guys at home in just a second as well, and we'll be able to move on to heat number 4. So away they go. Olivia Pickering, Aliyah Bajacola, Sarah Leconte, Brenda Tilk, Jordan Marjorie, Erin Swan, Maisie Summers-Newton, Lavana Hansen, Rebecca Franks, and Ellie Blacknell. It's here in 5. Erin Swan that's going the best so far.
Yeah, she was off to a great start there, coming up 2 at the final 5 metres here.
Also going well, Bajacola in lane 1, but it will be 710 points for Maisie Summers-Newton, and all of a sudden the point scores shoot up. 5:46 for Estonia's Brenda Tilk. That puts her in 2nd. And as those swimmers leave the pool, Joe, that's a big jump, 7:10, isn't it?
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. You know, they're off that world record, so 710 points. It's a huge leap up from, 400s that we've seen in the previous heats. Brenda Tilk there from Estonia, 546 points. So it's those two girls at the minute after heat 4 that are leading the way.
Keep your tweets coming in. Claire says, good morning. She's enjoying the commentary. Best of luck to Jordan, Owen, and Jess. Hashtag BPSIM17. If you're inside the venue, remember to put ponds in your message. If you're watching on the stream, just use the word stream. Nice and easy. This is Heat 5. So Heat 5 now. I'm expecting times to be well inside the 40s from here on in. Lane 0, Annalise Burgess, Portia Jones in 1, Summer Schmidt in 2, Maya Briscoe in 3, Nila Rabuda in 4, Felicia Labare in 5, Grace Harvey in 6, Olivia May Cameron 7, Nicole Turner in 8, and Ziling Chu from Singapore goes in lane number 9, but it is in 4. This is Labuda, touching in a time of 32.92. It's much quicker than her entry time as well, which was 35.06. But Joe, who's our highest point scorer here?
Yeah, Nicole Turner there from Ireland, 706 points. So we've seen another swimmer there in the 700 points, which is brilliant.
Official results being displayed here inside Ponds Forge. They're also available on the live stream as well. And as the final few swimmers make their way from the pool, Ireland, Great Britain, Germany, United States of America, that's the top 5. Gives you that real international feel we've created with these British Para Swimming international meets over the last few years. And we will move on to heat number 6 now. Heat number 6 then, Drew Stables in lane 0, no lane 1, Rachel Tweedy in 2, Charlie Vines in 3, Keris Jones in 4, Leah Sophie Stengel, Germany in 5, Mira Schackinger-Froth of Denmark in 6, Elena Bamber in 7, Molly Hopkins in 8, Elena Robinson going in lane 9. Here in 2, Rachel Tweedy just about has the lead. And it is Tweedy in a time of 32.93, just getting inside 33 seconds, but a very good point score here from Ellie Robinson at 53.76, another inside that 700 marker and nearly into the 8s. It's 784. Results now available inside the venue. And it is indeed Robinson 784 in that time of 35.76. A little way down on her entry time, 34.99. And this is heat 7. So Megan Neve, Darby, Katie Crowhurst, Hope Gordon, Denise Grau, Coral Farrell, Fionn Butler, Amelie Winter, Anya Falks, should I say, Samantha Tubbs and Harriet Dickinson.
Samantha Tubbs there over in lane 8 had a brilliant start, along with Coral Farrell in lane number 4 from Great Britain. Don't forget it is. We do need to wait for the final swimmer to come in and look at the points, but Denise Grau there from Germany, 843 points, huge points there. The first swimmer we've seen in the 800s this morning. It's a huge leap up there.
Very experienced swimmer is Denise Grau, and that time of 33.49 gives her 843 points. As Joe said, we've leapt from the 700s into the 800s now, and we've still got 3 more very quick heats to come. And that was heat 7. Don't forget 200 IM action to come later today as well, but this is heat 8. Camilla Egard in lane 0, Jessica Markinen in 1, Emmeline Pierre in 2, Rebecca Redfern 3, Muslims Odilova in 4, Rebecca Myers 5, Lily McLeod 6, Tony Shaw 7, Adela Mikova of Czech Republic in 8, and Bethan Eckley goes in 9. It's looking good in 5.
Yeah, Rebecca Myers here, gold medalist from the Paralympics last year. 29.20, so first swimmer under that 30 seconds. This morning, 821 points for another swimmer in those 800.
So Myers' time of 29.20, the second highest point score of the morning so far, confirmed up on the screens. Markinen of Finland, 782, not too much in front of Odilova. Uzbekistan in third position in that heat, 777. This is heat 9. Two American swimmers in lane 0 and 1, Alicia Crook and Serafina King. Then it's Stephanie Millward, Janina Bleu, no 4, Fatima Mamilova in 5, Elena Kravzov in 6, Ellen Key in 7, Kristen McCaw, Faroe Islands in 8, and Megan Richter goes in 9. And this will be in 5, Amilova, who comes to the wall first, 807, another getting in there, so too Stephanie Millward, 844 for the British swimmer. And that looks like it will take heat number 9. We'll wait for the official result, but that's another healthy points tally.
The results for Heat 9 are now confirmed. Stephanie Milne got 844 points, so the highest of the points so far this morning. After Heat 9, just one more heat to go in this women's 50-metre freestyle.
Rhiannon Nesbitt wants a shout out to Mum and Dad who were there supporting Ethan Nesbitt. So that's it, that's done. It's dead easy. If you put hashtag BPSLIM17, it's dead easy. This is Heat 10. So we're just waiting for something to be removed from the pool. If you haven't already done so, make sure you pick up your program. Lots of important information in there, including the conditions of the meet, the entire schedule as well. And don't forget, if you are here in Ponds Forge for the first couple of days and you can't make the rest of the week, you can watch us on the live stream, just like the people at home are already doing so. This is the final heat of the women's 50 metres freestyle, Heat 10. Away we go, final heat of the women's 50 metres freestyle. And Beth Johnston lane 0, Elizabeth Smith in 2, Zara Maluli in 3, Hannah Russell in 4, Suksanamankan Toshbolatova goes in 5, Abby Kane in 6, Emily Teller in 7. There's no lane 8 here either. Leticia Martinez goes in lane number 9. Ooh, big swim from Hannah Russell, gets 887, only to find out that the lady next to you got 908. Well done to Toshbolatova of Uzbekistan, 28-23. That swim in the S13 classification. The world record for a 53 is 27:34 in the S13 classification. So we'll keep our eyes on that a little bit later on, but that's a 28:23 from Toshbolatova. Hannah Russell, S12. Her British record is 27:01, so she's just shy of a second out. That is the official result of heat number 10. So we'll take a look in a couple of moments. We'll have a look at those people who've ranked the highest in that event. Potential to make the finals. No S14 swimmers can make it through to the freestyle finals. Just to reiterate, that's in the conditions of the meet. So the freestyle finals, S14 swimmers won't make it through to those finals. We've got skins races later on this evening as well in the final session. So we're running through there. Toshbolatova's time, 28:23, giving her 908 points. Hannah Russell, Leticia Martinez, Stephanie Millwood, Denise Grau, Rebecca Myers, Milova, Robinson, Markkanen, and Dillova. They are the top 10 times and point scores, shall I say, of the morning. And as always with 50-metre freestyle, Joe Jackson, it's in and out, gone.
Yeah, it's the splash and dash of the pool. You know, we saw that last week. It's always very close, and we can see that those points up there are really, really close. Just over 100 points separating between first place and 10th into that final. Don't forget there will be 3 finals this evening, the World Series final 1 and 2. and then the British final as well. So we'll see a lot of those swimmers coming back this evening to try and improve on their heat swim from this morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 50 meters freestyle heats. This is heat 1. So away we go with heat number 1 of the men's 50 meters freestyle. 4 athletes in our first heat. Matt Stopkin, Estonia, in 3. Patrick Flanagan of Ireland in 4. Arnas Petracek of the Czech Republic goes in 5. Those 3 are pretty even at the moment coming up to the last 15 meters. Through the 25-meter marker goes Denis Ostapchenko of Ukraine. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, inside Ponds Forge, you are allowed to clap when they finish. It's perfectly acceptable, and it's just the expected from you. There you go. Easy. 720 in the very first heat. Give it up for Arnas Petracek of the Czech Republic. He's done exceptionally well there. 41.88. The S4 swimmer from Czech Republic getting in and clocking 720 points. Now, final few meters for Denis Ostapchenko. Give him some support as he comes in towards the wall. He got disqualification yesterday. He's finished this time around at 102.90. And that is the end of heat number 1. Petracek's points tally of 720. Enough for him to win heat 1. The official results up on the scoreboard here. Sonia says good luck to the Isle of Man's Ben Granger swimming in the 50 free and the 200 IM this morning. Also to Leo McRae, who's very relaxed ahead of his 50 and 200 swims here this morning. Hashtag Go Leo. They've even got their own hashtag there. Keep them coming in. Hashtag BPSIM17. If you're inside the venue, remember, you need to put Ponds. Tamara Muth King says great job to Serafina King. Team USA, love from all your family back in California. I'll bet you it's not as hot in California as it is here in Sheffield. Heat 2. So just a short delay on the blocks here, and the officials just checking it out. It's Susan Cope going over, our referee. Just a quick check, a quick chat. Darko Djuric schedules a swim in 0. William Hardy in 1. Leo McRae in 2. Just having a chat about him. Benjamin Rutherford in 3. 4. Rhys Gill. Fabian Brun goes in 6. Benjamin Pope in 7. Carl Forsman in 8. And Zach Washington Young goes in 9. An event full of youngsters, lots of emotions going all around the building. And here, some fast swimming as well. It is McRae, wins his heat, 4:77. Wins it on time, and he wins it on points as well. Had a chat with him yesterday. He was in the cafe area, smiling away, just chilled and relaxed. I said, "You all right?" He was like, "Yeah." Nervous? Not really. Enjoying yourself? It's all right. Standard teenager answers, basically.
And that's the best way to be, you know. They're here, they're seeing international athletes racing. They should be here enjoying themselves, feeling nice and relaxed. They'll have done all that hard work in training. So the more relaxed you can be and the more you enjoy it, you're going to get in there and smash your personal best.
Well done, Leo McRae from Bournemouth. You've got yourself a heat victory, 4:77 in a time of 36:56, which is well inside the 38:90 we had as an entry time, so we'll hope that's a personal best for you. And it is. So a new PB in the very first swim of the morning. Excellent stuff from Leo McRae. The rest of the results being displayed inside the venue as well. It's Washington Young, 4:13 points-wise. Hardy in a time of 38:75 was the third fastest there as well. This is Heat 3. So away we go with heat number 3, no lane 9 here. So we've got Jonas Larsen of Denmark, William Perry in 1, Adam Donaghy in 2, Luke Batty in 3, Owen Woodrow in 4, Owen Say in 5, Ethan Naisbitt in 6, Maximilian Tulloch in 7, Julien Riot of France in 8. Jonas Larsen was the man that won the 50-metre race last night. He said on the podium to John Mason it wasn't the hardest victory he's ever had. There was only 2 in the race and 1 got disqualified, so Larsen picked up the victory nonetheless. How are our points scoring going? It's all about the 2 lanes closest to me and Joe here. That's Perry and Larsen. Perry with 529, but it is Larsen, Joe, 574. Well, the official results are available up on the big screen and your screens at home as well. Karen Crook says, good morning. Alicia Crook from Michigan. There's quite a few watching on. So hello, United States of America. I'm waving at my screen, which you won't see obviously, but hello to you guys. This is heat number 4. Matthew Harding, lane 0. Matthew Klaus in 1. 2 is Alexander Goodman. Alexander Taylor straight after. Connor Freeman, Niels Rehm in 5. Simon Prodanovic in 6. Kilian Lucia, Belgium in 7. Roderick Sewell in 8. Braden Scott goes in 9. Luciao coming towards the wall first, 34-12. And it's actually good enough for him to take the heat in points as well. So he wins the race and he gets the maximum amount of points from everybody else. 5:15, Prodanovic from Germany, 4:99. And an equally sought after holiday destination, Matthew Harding from Wirral Metro comes in third position, 497. Not far behind Prodanovic. So it's the two S7 swimmers that get the victory. Outside of his personal best there, Harding, not by much. This is heat 5. There we go then, all lanes full. Andreas Bjornstad in lane 0, Scott Hadley in 1, Liam Whitehouse in 2, James Brown in 3, Riley Shanahan in 4, Finlay Middleton in 5, Mikael Nartanen in 6, Jacob Bray in 7, Owen Garsides in 8, and Andrew Mullen goes in lane 9. Keep your eyes on Andrew Mullen, the S5 swimmer. The first to touch will be James Brown, 508 points. Nartanen has 536, and as I said, 686 for Andrew Mullen, the S5 swimmer there, coming in last. And as we say, this is what makes the multi-class events very exciting. Last to touch, first at the top.
Yeah, great points for him there. 686 points as the results for Heat 5 are now confirmed on the scoreboard. But we still have seen 720 from that first heat.
Of course, Andrew Mullen has the unenviable task of trying to chase a world record that's held by one Daniel Diaz of Brazil, 31.94. Andrew has had some very, very interesting battles with Daniel Diaz over the course of the last few years. He's also chasing that British record, which stands at 34.40. How close can he get to that? Can we just remind those spectators inside Ponds Forge not to use flash photography? If you've accidentally left your flash on your camera or device, can you unaccidentally turn it off? That would be fabulous. Thank you very much. This is Heat 6. Kieran Williams in 0, Zach Shattuck in 1, Connor Ballard in 2, Connor Boyfield in 3, one extra N in Connor Boyfield, Justin Capps in 4, Felix Rudy Fichtelman in 5, Hannes Schurman of Germany in 6, Caleb van der Merwe in 7, Ryan Potter in 8, Islam Dokheev goes in 9, and that's how quick we're getting now. We're inside 30 seconds. 604 for Fichtelman of Germany, but it's going to be beaten by Shattuck of the United States of America. 681 points in a time of 32.47. The official results are now in, so that is a victory for Zach Shattuck of the USA. Fichtelman and Schurman in behind them. And then Connor Boyfield, the one with 2 N's from Boston, 31.66. That's 500 points for him. That is your top 4 of heat number 6. Keep the tweets coming. Joe Sanchez says good luck to Tyler Ayanu. We did this yesterday. Ayanu, aka Tyler the Smiler. He's always smiling. He's from Tilehurst, and that's a welcome from the Tilehurst family and fan club. He goes in heat 12, lane 3. Enjoy. This is heat 7. Angus Leckenby in 0, Cameron Vincom, Connor Lockwood, Joshua Fairchild, Carl Hughes, Louis Beagry, George Eldridge, Aaron Maddox, Wanky Chow and Dominic Redpath are our swimmers in this one.
Yeah, off to a great finish here in lane 1. Cameron Vincom from Carrington here. Remember, we do have to wait till they all finish. But it is Cameron Vincom there, 583 points, taking the win of heat number 7. As the results are confirmed now up on the scoreboard, we can see how close it is there at the top. Kyle Hughes just behind him, but Cameron Vincom there, 583 points to take heat number 7.
Kerry Lewis says good luck to Becky Lewis swimming in heat 3 of the 200 IM from Mam, watching on the stream in Wales. Thank you very much to Kerry Lewis, or Mam as she's known. So keep your tweets coming into us, hashtag BPSIM17. If you're inside the venue, use ponds. If you're outside, use stream. If you are watching on the stream and you should be doing something else, let us know what you're meant to be doing whilst the swimming is distracting you. It's normally the ironing. It's normally the tweet we get. I'm meant to be doing the ironing, but I can't be bothered. Here's heat 8. Ian Kwan Lip in lane 0, Benjamin Granger in 1, Christian Buchanan in 2, Peter Davis in 3, Malte Braunschweig in 4, no lane 5 here, Treviso Engel of Germany in 6, Caleb Gray 7, Wee Seung To in 8, and Ben Webster goes in 9.
Braunschweig in lane 4 here, 5 Orange Hat in the centre of the pool, 699 points there. Huge leap from that last heat there, 699, nearly in that 700, but from Germany taking the win of heat 8.
This is Malte Braunschweig from Germany. Just waiting for the official results to come through, but inside second will be Peter Davis, University of Stirling, that 30.11 for him, and then it will be Christian Buchanan, Great Britain, swimming a 5.80, and then Ben Webster just after that. There's the official results up on the screen. Heat number 9. All lanes present and correct. Craig McNeil in 0. From there, it's Andres Onya, Kemar Kalmar of Estonia in 2, Barry McClements, Joshua Grobe, Liang Xiao Han, Aaron Gilbert, Jacob Leach, Gareth Orr, and Adam Wyborn. Pretty tight here, Joe. In 5, Liang Xiao Han might just have this here, the S14 Singapore swimmer. 629 is beaten by 639 from Clements, which is beaten in turn by Joshua Grob of Switzerland, and that swim earns him 670 points, 28.93 for the Swiss swimmer. You have to practice that one. Inside 29 seconds, 670 points. Leach, Clements, and Liang Xiao Han coming in after that. The London Disability Swimming Club said 200 metres individual medley. Are you ready to be smashed by London? Go the London legends, Dicey, Josh, Charlie, Leah, Leo and Aaron. Thank you very much to the London Disability Swimming Club for that, as we move on to 10. Heat 10. Tobias Pollop, Andrew Keeler, Oladaisi Adefferson, or Dicey to his mates, Adam Karras, Niels Mortensen, Liam Spence, James Edwards, Matthew Gibson, Robin Lixor, and Amer Mintes. Mintes on the far side, and going well here in 4, Joe. It's Mortensen that looks to have the edge, but this is a real blanket finish. Very close indeed. 6.75 for Spence, 7.03 for Niels Mortensen. On times, those two were pretty close, but it was Tobias Pollop of Germany, the S7 swimmer, who's from a 29.87 here, 768 points in front of Mortensen and Kara. So it's Germany 1 and 3 in that heat. Mortensen of Denmark in second, and Oladaisi Adefferson of Great Britain coming in 4th position. Spoke to one of the coaches yesterday, said, am I saying his name right? And they just, yeah, call him Dicey, everybody else does. Well, I have to be a little bit more formal than that every now and again, but Oladaisi Adefferson, Great Britain, 688 in 4th position. There are 13 men's heats. Heat 11. So Jack Milne, George Kelman-Johns, Ryan Crouch, Jonas Bastian Sorensen, Alec Elliott, Dimitri Holin, Leo Rachimaki, Jonathan Eck, Joseph Craig, and Jackson Simmons. Away you go, Joanne Jackson. Who's going to win this one?
Yeah, swimming well here is Dimitri Holin in lane 5, the black hat in the centre of the pool. And he does take it, but we have to look at them final points. Latamaki there in 6, 847 huge points there. First swimmer that was in 6 from Finland. A huge leap there into the 800s for heat number 11. As we can see, the results are confirmed on the scoreboard. Ryan Crouch from Great Britain there, 793 just behind him.
So you see Latimaki, 847 points. Ryan Crouch, 793. And again, a big jump there, Joe, in points. All of a sudden, 847 is the area you need to be in. The Finn off to a flying start on day number 2 as we go to heat number 12. Away we go then, lane 0 to 8 being used. John Law in 0, Vladimir Khlabak in 1, Jordan Catchpole, Tyler Ayanu, Muzaffar Tesonkayev, Stephen Clegg, Lasse Winter Anderson, Harry Wellington and Sol Bressett. And in 4, it will be Tesonkayev of Uzbekistan. 872 points. A real quick swimming. In fact, there's 3 800s in a line here. Tesonkayev. Well done to Jordan Catchpole and Tyler Ianu as well. Big swims from some new names. The 2 S14 swimmers trying to keep pace with what is a very quick S13 swimmer, Tesonkayev. Very impressive over the last 18 months or so for Uzbekistan. And he gets 24.28, which is 872 points. Got to go some for the world and European record in the S13 classification. The 23.20 is the world and European record. But Jordan Catchpole is just over 0.4 of a second slower than the British record, which currently stands, according to our records, at 25.40. So Catchpole at 25.83. If we can find a little bit more, we'll be in contention. This is Heat 13. Lewis Hines, Lewis White, Alex Rosser, Matthew Wiley, Tucker Dupree, Daniel Simon, Fredevsbek Musabekov in 6, James Hollis 7, Benjamin Falston 8, Matthew Redfern 9. I'm sure members of the Hollis family will be here somewhere, normally hiding around in the crowd as they come towards the wall in 4. Here's Tucker Dupree, comes in the quickest time, 24.80. That's 797 points, but again, a hat-trick of 800 point scorers. Matthew Wiley doing very well in the S9 classification, 26.18. He is the current British record holder in 25.69, so you would kind of expect those sorts of times from Wiley. Alex Rosser of Great Britain, 25.89, another just over 0.4 out. Nearly 0.5 out from the British record. Lewis White, in the S9 classification as well, 27 seconds exactly. Just missing out on 800 points was Tucker Dupree in the end there. The American not far off. Now don't forget, the World Para Swimming Championship selection policy was released on the British Swimming website today at 10 a.m. So some 20 minutes ago? Yeah, it's 24 minutes ago. So if you want to see the selection policy for the World Para Swimming Championships in Mexico, you might even need to know what sort of sun factor to take for your sun cream. It's quite warm over there. All the information you need to know is on the British Swimming website. It was released at 10 o'clock this morning, so have a good read, get a good understanding, and maybe I'll see you there. So, Joe, the official standings for those freestyle events just being displayed. Ladies and gentlemen of Ponds Forge, for the women and the men that took part in the 50-metre freestyle races, can we have a big Ponds Forge well done? Big round of applause for all of the athletes who've competed so far this morning. And this is just good practice, because you can use all of that cheering for the next lot of athletes in the 200 IM as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside our athletes for the women's 200 metres individual medley heats. This is Heat 1.
Heat 1 now underway of the women's 200 individual medley in 0. Megan Short from Satellite. In 1, Charlotte Hyde from Berkshire and Dagenham. In 2, Penny Sontag from Germany. In 4, Leah O'Connell from Camden, Swiss. In 5, Georgia Howell from Southampton. In 6, Lavanna Hansen from Great Britain. In 7, Anna Binns from Orion. In 8, Katie Moss from Mount Kelly. And in lane number 9, Yuna Omi from Japan. And Leah O'Connell in 4 here. 3:48.75 she is entered in. SM7 athlete here. We range from SM5 through to SM12, which is Anna Binns in 7. A huge lead from heat number 1 here in for Leah O'Connell. But remember, we do have to wait till the end to see their points, which is done off their world records in their classification. But it is Leah O'Connell in for turning there in first at the halfway stage as they move on to the breaststroke leg. So as we go through butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke and finishing with freestyle on this individual medley. Our swimmers now on to the breaststroke.
And again, as with majority of these races, the international feel is there. We've got Peggy Sontag of Germany in lane number 2. He's just 18 years of age, a 9th place finish in Funchal last year at the European Championships, and now lives in Leipzig. Never have figured that one out. And then we've also got Yuna Omi on the far side, closer to the spectators here this morning. That's a young student from Japan, born in 2005. I think, if I remember rightly from my research, she is the youngest swimmer here at the competition, born in 2005. How old are you feeling, Joe?
That makes me feel really, really old, even when you kind of see someone that's born in kind of the late 90s, but wow, that's very young. But it's amazing that she's here racing. It's kind of great experience for her to race some of the kind of best international athletes in the world at this competition.
Back down they come. 2005, I've got some shoes older than that, but Yuna Omi coming down, 3:22.58. And swimming against some quick ladies in 4 and 5, though. Leah O'Connell, Camden Swiss College will be being cheered on towards the finish as they come into the final 10 metres. It will be O'Connell and Georgia Howell of Littlehampton that are racing away to be first to touch, and you can hear plenty of screams from the crowd as we come to the wall. Give her a round of applause. She's first to touch in our first heat in a time of 3:54.26. But Howell beats her on points. 3:55.50 is good enough for 445 points. Up towards the wall come a host of other swimmers now. 471, that's good from Peggy Sontag of Germany. 4:08.65. Yuna Omi finishes in lane 9 as well. 4:12.57. Katie Moss comes in to finish, and round of applause for Megan Short, the final swimmer home here in lane 0. And that's the end of our first heat then, so good swims from the ladies in 4 and 5, O'Connell and Howell, but it was Peggy Sontag in lane 2, the SM5 swimmer from Germany. 4:08.65. 471 points for the 18-year-old, and she wins heat number 1. Keep those tweets coming into us as well. Remember, hashtag BPSIM17. Who are you cheering on in these 200-metre individual medleys? This is heat number 2. Away we go then. Great Britain, we have Rebecca Franks in 0, Elise Martin de la Torre in 1, Celine Deleuze of Belgium in 2, Shrewsbury's Portia Jones is in 3, Marple have Rachel Tweedy in 4, Harrogate have Charlie Vines in 5, Seval Tekin of Turkey is in 6, Finland have Mary Mäkinen in 7, Isabel Dean of Leicester Penguins in 8, and Satellite Samantha Lewis goes in lane number 9. Now I'm going to bring you some news of a British record in just a second. We believe, and obviously it's subject to ratification, but we believe a British record was swum by one Stephen Clegg this morning. 25:14 is quicker than his brothers, 25:20. So well done. Round of applause for Stephen Clegg, breaking the 50-metre freestyle British record in a time of 25:14. Well done to him. So it's Rachel Tweedy storming away in the race of the S14 classification. There's 3 swimmers from S14s, Tweedy, Vines and Tekin. We've got a couple of S10 swimmers in Isabel Dean and Portia Jones. S7 swimmers are Mary Mäkinen of Finland in 7 and Celine Deleuze of Belgium. Also swimming the S7, S9 swimmers are Rebecca Franks and Samantha Lewis. They're in the outside lanes, in lanes 0 and 9. We also have Elise Martin de la Torre going in lane 1. She swims as an SM6 swimmer. Rachel Tweedy away from the rest of the field. She certainly won the S14 race here, Joe.
Yeah, here she comes to take the touch. 395 points there for Rachel Tweedy. 3:08.62. She touched him from Marple.
Mary Mäkinen in this. She's 25 years of age, a double Paralympian, a European silver medal winner. So we expect Mäkinen's time in the S7 swims to be fairly good. Here she comes. She'll lose out to. Well, she's swimming against, should I say, Deleuze of Belgium. Mäkinen's time is 3:36.85, so that's good enough for 469 points. Lewis on the far side getting 306, so that time from Mäkinen, it's just been edged out. Elise Martin de la Torre coming in 3:47.32, that's enough for 495 points. And in comes our final swimmer in heat number 2, Deleuze of Belgium. Official results coming up then, and disqualification in lane number 2. The victor by some nearly 30 points was Martin de la Torre, 3:47.32. Mary Mäkinen in second position and Rachel Tweedy in the third. Been a good morning so far, Joe Jackson.
Yeah, we've still got lots of races to come. We've got lots of heats in this women's 200 individual medley. Then we move on to the men's 200 individual medley as well. So still lots of exciting swimming to come on day 2 here in Bronsforge.
This is heat number 3. Still those tweets coming into us. Lizzie Monkhouse says, well done to George Eldridge of Brompton. Amazing PB in your 53. Hashtag live stream. Callie says, I'm meant to be doing some schoolwork at school, but I'd rather watch the swimming. You probably need to do the schoolwork as well. Just saying. Anya Falkus is in lane 0 of Wisbech. Plymouth Leander's Annelies Burgess is in 1. Mia Schachinger Truth of Denmark is in 2. Sarah Louise Run. Norway in lane 3, coming up to her first 50-metre turn. Maisie Summers-Newton, who had a pretty good day yesterday. She's in lane 4. Great Britain Islands Nicole Turner is in 5. Another famous name from Rio in 6 alongside her from Great Britain. That's Eleanor Robinson. Ellie Robinson in 6. Carla De Bortoli of Switzerland in 7. Rebecca Lewis, Great Britain, in 8. And in 9 is Hayley Milne, the SM8 swimmer from Grantham, the only SM8 swimmer in this race. So 3 SM6 swimmers here, Joe. So right in the lanes 6, 5 and 4. That's just a straight swim off.
Was Trough there turning in first, 1:24.79. Some of these athletes we've already seen in the pool this morning in the women's 50 freestyle. So they are back in action now in the 200 individual medley. 495 points we've seen so far from that previous heat. Amazing. Summers-Newton coming back in the centre on this breaststroke leg here. So final turn here in heat number 3. Carla De Bortoli there. Turning first, but in the centre, Maisie Summers-Newton in lane 4. The SM6 swimmer here.
Newton's racing here. Summers-Newton in lane 4, absolutely racing away. Good swim here in 2, also by Truth of Denmark. Turned in 3rd, but clearly her strength lies here in this freestyle because she's gone past Maisie Summers-Newton. She won't quite catch De Bortoli, who comes in with 485. Maisie Summers-Newton, 906 points here. That is a fabulous swim from Britain's Maisie Summers-Newton. And well, the world, European and British record for a 200 IM belongs to one Eleanor Simmons. That time is 2:59.81. So for Summers-Newton to get close to that 1,000-point mark, she has to get close to that 3-minute mark first. Disqualification in lane 0 in heat number 3, but Summers Newton's time of 3:05.80, 906 points. The legend that is Sarah Louise Rung from Norway gets a 3:26.76, which gives her 819 points. The world record in 200 IM for the SM5 classification is 3:13.43 by Ziani. That swim from Sarah Louise Rung would be inside the British record. So the Norwegian going fairly quickly here this morning as we turn our attentions to heat number 4. So away we go with heat number 4 now then. Alia Bajakola of Halifax goes in lane 0. Jessica Markkanen of Finland in 1. Keris Jones of Swansea Aquatics in 2. Megan Neve, City of Derby, goes in 3. Amelie Winter of Denmark in 4. Eleanor Bamber, Satellite in 5. Drew Stables, Copeland in 6. Alicia Crook, saw some messages for her on social media a little bit earlier on, from the United States of America alongside her teammate Sophia Herzog. She goes in 8, and then Grace Harvey from Great Britain is out there in lane number 9. The 20-year-old Herzog from Denver. And then we've got Alicia Crook from Allendale in Michigan. She's just 19. Those two swimming away in lanes 7 and 8. Amelie Winter of Denmark going in this one as well. Early leader though, Joe, is Markkanen from Finland.
Yeah, the S9 swimmer in lane 1 up against Alicia Crook in 7. Both of these athletes are S9 swimmers. Keris Jones, SM14 from Swansea Aquatics in 2. But the early leader and still out in front. Coming up 2 at the final turn is Jessica Markkanen.
Swimming in the SM8 classification is Winter. She's the only SM8 swimmer in this one. She was a bronze medal winner of the European Championships last year. Just missed out on a World Championship medal in 2015. Coming in 4th position in a 3:02.42. She ended up coming 11th at the Paralympic Games this time out. She's a double Paralympian already, despite being only 21 years of age. They are chasing down on Jessica Markkanen. The SM9 swimmer here needs to come somewhere near 2:27.83. 3:03.71 is what she gets to 5:21. The world record held by Jess Long in 2:36.00 in the SM8 classification. So we'll see what time Winter comes in at. 5:21 for Markkanen though is then beaten by Grace Harvey on the far side. The S7 swimmer from Great Britain getting a 3:19.59. That's 600 601 points. And our final swimmer to come in here will be Sophia Herzog, who wins the heat, 609 points, 8 points more than Grace Harvey. The final swimmer to touch it again. That is the enjoyment of these multi-classification events, right down to the very last touch on the timing pad, and it goes to Sophia Herzog of the United States of America, who takes it in 6:09. Official results up on the scoreboard for heat number 4 now. There are 8 heats of the women's 200 meters individual medley, which means we have reached halfway in this event. So this is heat number 5. So heat number 5 now. Bethan Eckley, Great Britain in lane 0. Also from Great Britain in Molly Hopkins. No lane 2. Beth Johnston goes in 3. Nili Labuda of Germany in 4. Adela Mikova, Czech Republic, 5. Dori Magnusdottir of Iceland in 6. Camilla Egard of Denmark in 7. Britain's Katie Crowhurst in 8. And Harriet Dickinson, Gloucester, goes in 9. Now, we mentioned this a little bit earlier on. We'll have an event called the Skins Race. We'll have 2 tonight and 2 tomorrow night. That's 4 in total. The qualifiers for tonight's events will be the top 8 male and female S14 swimmers. So a little bit later on, coaches and swimmers will be listening out. We'll be reading out the top 8 male and the top 8 female S14 swimmers from these 200-meter individual medley events. You will be eligible to swim in those skins races. I think you'll be requested to go to the timing suite after the 200 IM races. So if you are an S14 swimmer and you are one of the top 8 male and top 8 female from any country, from anybody can do this, the top 8 will be entered into the skins races tonight, of which there are 4 in total.
So coming back here, very strong on this third 50. Neil Labuda from Germany. Racing with Beth Johnson here. Beth Johnson, SM10 swimmer. So 3 SM10 swimmers in this heat. Neil Labuda there, SM13. Against Camelia Agard in 7.
Into the wall they come then. And at the top, it's pretty tight here. Labuda and Johnston finishing the inside 2:57, and it is Johnston in that race to the finish that gets herself 552 points, and that looks to be a winning swim. Labuda in second, just 14 years of age, making her debut here representing Germany, lives in Rostock. Don't ask me how I know, I just do. Beth Johnson, Labuda and Agard are our top 3 in heat number 5. The results being displayed, you can see the coaches eagerly looking up at the scoreboards, clocking their times. The British team selectors will be up looking at the scoreboards, looking at the times, all very interested. You guys at home, if you're wanting to send us a tweet, you can still do so, hashtag BPSIM17. If you are at home, make sure you put stream in your message so we know. We are ready for heat number 6. A bit like yourself, Joe, you retire, but actually you can't quite keep away from the sport altogether. Para-swimming legend Sasha Kindred, CBE nonetheless, it says, awesome swim from Maisie in the 200 IM. Also congratulations to Stephen Clegg on his 50-free record. Hashtag ones to watch. That's praise indeed from para-swimming legend Sasha Kindred, recently retired as well. So thank you very much to him for tweeting in. Hello mate, how are you? Keep those tweets coming. Hashtag BPSIM17. We're into heat 6 now. It's Meme White going in lane 0, representing the United States of America as they come to the end of the first 100. Lily McLeod, Great Britain in 1. Stephanie Millwood, Great Britain in 2. 3, Abby Kane, Great Britain. The rest of these are British all the way up to 6 then. Jessica Jane Applegate in 4. Louise Fiddes in 5. Daniel Hartin in 6. Germany's Elena Kravzov goes in 7. Xenia Palazzo is in 8 from Italy. And the United States have both the outside lanes in 9. Summer Schmidt. And both of those Americans, Joe Jackson, in the outside lanes are just 13 years of age.
Yeah, there's a lot of younger swimmers here this week, which is brilliant to see. It's great to see them youngsters coming through. We know after the Paralympics and the Olympics, a lot of people retire after those games, so it's great those younger swimmers are coming through. You know, we might see them in Tokyo in 3 years' time.
And that is already the focus, not just for Great Britain, but for a lot of teams here. I saw the write-up on the Japanese team, and there's a lot of youngsters in that team, and they've obviously just set aside a select bunch that they want to work with and try and push those through all the way through to Tokyo 2020. Here at the touch, as to be expected, first in, Jessica Jane Applegate. Bags full of experience, the S14 swimmer, bags full of medals to go with that as well, of course. 796 points, been a little bit ill recently, so she's swimming through the pain. 2:29.33. Steph Millwood, 809 points in a time of 2:47.43. Yes, mate. British record is 1:2:40.73, so exactly 7 seconds out from that was Steph Millwood, but it's enough for 809 points. Jessica Jane's time 2:29.33. That's just under 10 seconds shy of Bethany Firth's British record. And keep that cheering coming in lane number 8. Let's give us some support. This is Italy's Xenia Palazzo. We're not afraid to encourage our swimmers here at these British Para Swimming International meets, and through the final 15. Then if we can give her a round of applause and push her on, see if we can drive her home here over this final 6 or 7 meters of the freestyle leg. Xenia Palazzo of Italy coming to the wall now. 4:05.65. So there's a disqualification in lane 0 in that heat number 6. The official results are now up, and we will be moving on in just a brief moment to heat 7. So Mia Sophie Stengel, Germany, here in lane 0. Misa Kitano of Japan in 1. Ellen Keane, Ireland in 2. Megan Doig, Great Britain in 3. Rebecca Myers, United States of America, the 22-year-old Paralympic champion, in 6. Janina Breu of Germany. 7. Emmeline Pierre of France. Tony Shaw, Great Britain in 8. And Laura Christensen of Denmark is in lane 9. We've got some quality swimmers coming up in these next few heats, Joe Jackson including, gold medal winners from Rio in this very event in different classifications. This is Rebecca Myers, the SM13 swimmer, 2-time world champion and a Rio gold medal winner as well, still just 22, so Myers got plenty of swimming left in her. And we've got Janine Breu, the 18-year-old from Karlsruhe, 9th in Rio, but a European bronze medal winner in the 100 back. And Japan's Misa Kitano is just 14, and she's making her debut for the Japanese team here in Sheffield.
So 50 metres to go here for Rebecca Myers from the USA. So she's the only SM13 athlete in the pool. Either side of her, Regan Doig and Janina Breu, both SM14 swimmers, but in that centre lane at number 4 here, Rebecca Myers. 2:24.66 is her entry time. And you can see her points there, 858 points, her lead in heat number 7 at the moment. Still 4 swimmers left to come in. So 0 and 9 still left to come in, but Rebecca Myers still there, 858 points.
And as expected, a Paralympic champion, swimming very, very well here. And that's just the heat. Remember, these guys will be trying to just get towards those finals and then keep the energy levels high as well. They'll be resting up in the break. And we don't start our action until just before 5 o'clock in the evening sessions. It's just coming up to 11 o'clock here in Sheffield. Rebecca Myers winning this in 8:58. If you are watching from the United States, no idea what time it is there, but it is 11 o'clock here, and Rebecca Myers from the US has won heat number 7. 858 points from Ellen Keane of Ireland, from Tony Shaw of Great Britain, and Janina Breu of Germany, ahead of Emmeline Pierre of France in 5th. The final heat of 8, which means it is heat 8.
Heat underway in 0. Farrell from Great Britain. Telly in 1 from Germany. Long in 2 from the USA. Lindberg from Sweden in lane 3. In 4, Avramova from Uzbekistan. Postulpova in 5 from Uzbekistan. In lane 6, we've got Roxon from Canada. In 7, Redfern from Great Britain. Right in 8 from Great Britain. And over in lane number 9, Tubbs from USA.
So Farrell turning in 7, Teller turning in 9th, Long with a whole host of medals to her name. Jess Long, 4 times Paralympian gold medalist in Rio, and she's won this event at the Paralympics 3 times on the bounce, so this is pretty much her event. Pernilla Lindberg of Sweden in lane 3 there, and Amilova and Toshpolatova of Uzbekistan going against each other in 4 and 5, and it is the beautifully named Shoksana Toshpolatova that comes in for Uzbekistan in 1. At the turn, we'll wait for the official times to come through. So we'll just wait for the official times to come through in a couple of moments, and finish there in 2. Jess Long clocking 671 points. We're just waiting for the times to come through for lanes 5 and 4. Can we have a representative of Team Gloucester to the Amiga Suite, please? That's a representative of Team Gloucester to the Amiga Suite immediately, please. Thank you. Don't forget the top 8 S14 swimmers. That's the top 8 S14 swimmers in the women's 200 IM. Will be required to go to the Amiga Suite as well. We will read those names and clubs out when we have further information. But you will be invited along to take part in the skins events tonight. 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow. Once again, a representative from Team Gloucester to the Amiga Suite, please. That's Team Gloucester to the Amiga Suite. Thank you. And for those of you at home, we'll be moving on to our next events in a couple of moments. So a few amendments to the finishing order of heat number 8. Toshpolatova does indeed come in a time of 2:31.34, which gives her 869 points. That's a pretty decent swim from her. And Futimakon Amilova getting 734. There was also disqualification in that race as well. And we'll have the run through now inside the venue of the fastest ladies from those races. And Maisie Summers-Newton getting 906 points. He was the closest to her relevant world record, so it is Maisie Summers-Newton who is impressing already this week. That's the second set of 10. Finis in 11, Lily McLeod in 20. So we'll be looking forward to seeing some of those athletes a little bit later on in the finals. How was your 200 meters individual medley, Joe? Any good?
Not the best, to be honest. My breaststroke wasn't up to scratch, really. So I'd do all right in the butterfly and backstroke, then the breaststroke, everybody would just overtake me, and they'd be too far in front for me to catch them up on the freestyle. So I think I only did a couple of them in my career.
You did all right in the freestyle, let's be honest. Leo McRae, Fabian Brunner, William Hardy and Islam Dukayev are waiting to get us underway in the men's 200 meters individual medley heats. We'll bring you that as soon as we can. Now don't forget, the World Series is a 5-event series. We've already been to Copenhagen, we've already been to Sao Paulo, and at the end of the day we'll be halfway through the third event on the calendar, which is of course here in Sheffield. They're going to move on to Indianapolis, so all those people watching in the United States here this week, hopefully you get coverage of that event out in the States in June. That's 9th to the 11th of June, and then off to Berlin we go in July, 6th to the 9th of July. So anybody fancies a holiday to Indianapolis or to Berlin, then June and July is when the next 2 World Series events will take place. Don't forget, keep sending us your tweets as well. If you're at home, it's on the bottom left of the screen right now. Hashtag BPSIM17. Do let us know where you're watching from in the world. It's great to see so many people watching this around the globe and taking time out to watch the World Series here at the British Para Swimming International Meet. Joe's very upset because she's broken her phone, so she can't read any tweets out or do anything pretty much, so she's sulking next to me. She's got no phone. Keep those tweets coming into us. We'll be bringing you the action again in just a couple of moments. Apologies for the short delay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 200 meters individual medley heats. This is heat 1. So 4 swimmers here in the first heat of the men's 200 meters individual medley, of which we have 11. So just the odd one more than the ladies' event. We've got Leo McRae, who won his heat at the 53 a little bit earlier. He swims for Bournemouth in 3. Fabian Brun of Germany in 4. Great Britain represented here by William Hardy. He's in 5. And Islam Dukayev of Belgium is in 6. Into the backstroke they go. Fabian Brun is 16 years of age, making a debut on the international circuit here for Germany. And Islam Dukayev is also just 18. But McRae, who is, I believe, still 13. Can't quite find the correct date of birth for McRae, born in 2003, either 13 or 14. So he's by far the youngest in this 200 IM heat. At the moment, Joe, it's between lanes 4 and 6. That's Brun and Dukayev.
Fabian Brun of Germany in the green hat. Just leading heat number 1 here, but it is done on the points. So we do need to wait for those final swimmers to touch the wall. 2 SM6 swimmers, Leo McRae and William Hardy. Both from Great Britain, so they are SM6 swimmers. Fabian Brun SM7 and Islam Dukaev SM8 here in this first heat. So turning there first, Fabian Brun from Germany to 41.18.
So into the last 25 they go then, and it's closing up, and look at Leo McRae. He's won 1 heat. Can he win another? Young McRae is coming onto the shoulder of Brun, and he's got the quickest of the freestyle finishes, it looks like. 10 meters to go. All the battle is on between him and Dukaev. The youngster McRae here in 3. Dukaev on the far side. And Dukaev will get there. 3:26.24. Good finish from the pair of them. Really racing that now. Brun finishing on 376 points. It's more than Dukaev, but McRae on points wins another heat. Just very quickly then, whilst the results for that are up on the scoreboard, the following names, we need either the swimmer or a coach or representative to the Amiga suite immediately, please. That's a coach or representative for the following: Jessica Jane Applegate, Louise Fides, Daniel Hartin, Janina Breuer, Regan Doig, Pernilla Limburg, Amisa Kitano, and Tori Magnus Dottir. We need either the swimmer or a coach or representative to the Amiga suite immediately, please. Thank you. And I will read that out again in a moment. The results been and gone. We've had a disqualification in that race from lane 4, and we're about ready to move on to heat number 2. So away we go with our second heat of the men's 200 metres individual medley. Lane 0, Matthew Harding of Wirral Metro. Wang Ki Chao of Hong Kong in 1. Matthew Klaus, Carradon in 2. Niels Rim, Bristol in 3. Connor Freeman, Leicester Penguins in 4. Adam Donachie, East Kilbride in 5. Simon Prodanovic of Germany in 6. Maximilian Tulloch of Chalfont in 7. Leo Johnson swims for Out to Swim in 8. Northampton have William Perry in lane number 9.
So it is in lane at number 1, Wang Ki Chao, SM9 swimmer, up against Niels Reim in 3, also an SM9 swimmer there, Maximilian Tulloch in 7. So it's these 3 that are SM9 swimmers in heat number 2.
we always try and say all of the swimmers' names as correctly as we can. I've just sprinted down some stairs, seen one of the coaches from Carradon and just said, Matthew Klaus? And he went, yeah, that's fine. So there we go. Just want to double check. There is the odd occasion where I do sprint down steps, not for an exercise routine, but I just wanted to go and check on how to say someone's name. But there you go, I'll have some more sweets as well to get my energy levels back up. Wan Ki Chiao of Hong Kong, 1:25.68 was the turning time for him. Lots of shouts for Matthew Klaus now from the Carradon coach just down there. He turned in 4th position. Second was Anand Donaghy of East Kilbride, but they're levelling up here, Joe, and again it all comes down to your classification, but it's great to see racing in the water as well before those finish times.
Yeah, Matthew Klaus there into the blue hat of Carradon, having a great breaststroke leg here. Up against Adam Donaghy from East Kilbride in 5. Both of those are SM8 swimmers here. Turning there in first is Niels Rem there. So a good race here coming up to this final 25 metres. Finishing very strong is Matthew Klaus in 2. Pulling away now from the other swimmers in the field. But don't forget, it is the points we are looking at.
And it is Matthew Klaus who is coming in very, very quickly towards the end. It's smashing into the wall. 3:11.10, 393 points for the Carradon swimmer. 380 from Donaghy. 4:25 from Prodanovic. Matthew Harding of Wirral Metro coming in 3:20.42. That's 492 points. Then on the far side, we've got William Perry coming in 3:30.63. We need to find a time for Maximilian Tulloch of Chalfont. That time not been confirmed just yet. So we'll can we have the coaches or representatives for Norwich, Hatfield, Basildon and Scotland? That's Norwich, Hatfield, Basildon, Scotland to the timing suite immediately, please. Thank you. And don't forget, the World Para Swimming Championship selection policy was released this morning at 10 a.m. It's now available for you to take a look at on the British Swimming website. So that is the World Para Swimming Championship selection policy has indeed been released. I can fold this little bit of paper up that keeps reminding me to say it. That's done. It's on the British Swimming website, so make sure you get yourself on there and take a look. Now we've got swimmers getting ready to come in. One of those is being watched by his old schoolmates. They're cheering him on in Debenham, watching on the big screen on the whiteboard, #NoMaths. The entire class has stopped and they are waiting to cheer on one of their mates in the next heat. I'll tell you who that is in just a second. Outstanding 200-metre swim from Leo McRae. He's dropped a 17-second personal best in that race. We've got a disqualification in lane 0 of heat number 2. All of the official times are in. William Perry in 4:26, 1 point ahead of Prodanovic in 4:25. That was heat 2. This is heat 3. Here we go. Away we go then with heat number 3. Owen Say of Bracknell is in lane 0. Luke Batty, Bolton Metro, is in lane number 1. He's in 1. Marco Maria Dolfin of Italy is in lane number 2. going very well in lane number 3. Here is Finlay Middleton of Mount Kelly, the SM8 swimmer. In 4, Martin Libben of Belgium. 5 is Scott Hadley of Orion. Riley Shanahan of Shrewsbury in 6. Alexander Goodman, Great Britain in 7. Kilian Lucial of Belgium in 8. And Julien Viot of France goes in 9. So Finlay Middleton, who is swimming for Mount Kelly, the SM8 swimmer. And he was the one being watched on by his old classmates in Debenham. They're watching. Big hello to you guys this morning. Your teacher is letting you watch this instead of doing maths. Seems fair to me. Well, at the halfway stage, leading in the water, Finlay Middleton. It is 1:20.53. Alongside him is Libben, and Scott Hadley of Orion is in 5. Libben, the Belgian, just 24 years of age. Swam the 100-meter breaststroke, the Europeans and the world champs, and in Rio as well. So you expect this leg to be good from him. 2:18.34 it is. Middleton, though, still leading. Those two in a straight race of the 3 of the 4 SM8 swimmers in this heat. So a battle then between Middleton and Libben to win the heat for the SM8s. We've also got Owen Say in lane 0 from Bracknell, and Orion's Scott Hadley is also an SM8 swimmer. Put those two in 3 and 4, battling away at all. Libben just looks like he's got the strength down the last few meters. 480 points for him. He takes it from Middleton. Shanahan coming in a 3:02.50, so Libben's 480 is the top score so far. That's now beaten by Marco Maria Dolphin in 547 in lane 2. Julien Viot of France comes in a 3:16.37. That's 526 points for him as well. Just waiting for the official time in lane 7 to be shown. So the results are now confirmed. Marco Maria Dolphin, 3:13.81. Viot of France in 2nd, and then Belgium's Martin Libben comes in 3rd. So Italy, France, Belgium. It's a good road trip. This is heat number 4. So a little bit of exciting news for you. We're going to have a swim-off a little bit later on. We've got a swim-off for a place in the British final of the women's 50 metres freestyle. Harriet Dickinson and Olivia May Cameron, that's Gloucester and Mount Kelly, will be going in a swim-off. That will take place after the last heat of the men's 200 metres individual medley, so of which we are in heat number 4 now. So a swim off to come, so don't turn off your TV sets or your phones or your tablets or however it is you're watching at home. But don't leave either. If you're inside the venue, we will have an extra race on your schedule. Justin Capps of Germany goes in lane 0. Connor Boyfield of Boston in 1. Connor Ballard, Leatherhead in 2. George Eldridge of Brompton in 3. Oladaisi Edefisen of Great Britain in 4. Connor Lockwood, Great Britain in 5. Andrew Keeler in 6 from Devonport. USA Zach Shattuck in 7. Ryan Potter, Blackpool Aquatics in 8. And Sam De Visse of Belgium is in lane number 9. Starting to see some of these young men and young women swimming for the 4th time, or maybe they've made finals for the 5th time or 6th time already in this competition, Joe.
Yeah, there's been a few names already that have raced twice this morning. So we saw them in the 50 metres, now through to the 200 individual medley, so they need to recover after that 50. Make sure they swim down, get some fuel in them, and then get back into race in this heat.
Get a cheeky little nap in as well, get a sleep. Bit of sleep this afternoon.
Yeah, that's always good. Yeah, I used to love my naps in the day between heats and finals. Kind of really feel refreshed going in, making sure you don't nap for too long.
It's not for everybody though, is it? Some swimmers do say they just couldn't go to sleep and feel better when they got back up the other side of it. But at the moment, Oladaisi Edefisen here in lane 4. The youngster is flying away. A Millennium baby, born in 2000. And 2:56.11 as an entry. He's on course to absolutely smash this. So 2:56.11 as an entry. And he comes up with a 2:46.71, 515 points. So nearly 10 seconds wiped off that entry time. And that's still the highest point score as well as the rest come in. Shattuck might make a difference to it. Oh, he does, right at the very end. The SM6 swimmer from the US is he's made his debut at the Para Pan Ams in Canada a couple of years ago, a 21-year-old. And here is Zach Shattuck winning his heat in a time of 3:06.22. That's 616 points. Shattuck takes it from Edefisen. Connor Boyfield of Boston in 3rd position. So those swimmers making their way out of the pool. And we've not only have we got legends inside the pool, Joe Jackson, we've got plenty outside as well. Kate Gray is here watching. So retired Paralympian Kate Gray sat probably right on the front row, knowing Kate, getting a round of applause from people sat behind her. But it was quite categorically going to happen that I mentioned her, because I do it every time. Heat 5. Caleb van der Merwe of South Africa goes in lane 0. Caleb Grace, spelled differently, goes for Littlehampton. Adam Wyborn of Billingham in 2. Hannes Schurman of Germany goes in 3. Joshua Fairchild of Coventry in 4. Christian Buchanan, Great Britain in 5. I'll keep on talking whilst Joanne Jackson raids the suites. Andrei Trusov, Ukraine in 6. Felix Uli Fichtelmann of Germany in 7. Aaron Maddox of Ealing in 8. And Roderick Sewell in 9 of USA, swimming in the SM8 classification. 3 SM8 swimmers in this one's in lane 9, 8 and 0. 3 SM14 swimmers in 5, 4 and 1. Adam Wyborn SM10, Hannes Schurman SM7, Felix Fichtelmann is an SM9 swimmer, Andrei Trusov of Ukraine SM6. Did you save me any?
Yes, there's still lots left, don't worry, Ali.
Brilliant, brilliant. I like the little bear ones, they're good. Here at the halfway stage then, the turn, 1:15.44 for Billingham's Wyborn. And don't forget, if you're a little new to para swimming, all of these athletes are chasing the world records in their respective classifications. So to give you an example of that, we'll take a look at the 200-metre individual medleys world record. So Christian Buchanan, for instance, here in lane 5, it swims as an SM14. The world record for that is, wait for it, this is quite staggering, 2:08.98. Miliantsev with that one. Tommy Hamer's British record is 2:12.88, so we're within 4 seconds of the world's fastest ever time with Tom Hamer, and we'll see him a little bit later on in the schedule. In fact, he swims in the final heat of this event. Schurman of Germany is swimming in the S7, so the S7's world record is 2:30.72. The idea is you get as close as you possibly can to that world record in your classification. The closer you get, the more points you get, and we've simplified that for you very nicely indeed. Can we have a representative or swimmer or coach? Pretty much anybody from Sweden and Iceland, please. That's Sweden and Iceland. If you can go to the Amiga suite immediately, please. The timing suite on pool deck, that's Sweden and Iceland. A representative of those two nations immediately, please. Thank you very much. 656 points for Hannes Schurman of Germany in the SM7 classification. He comes in a time of 2:53.43. Wait for the official rankings to come up, but it looks like Trusov will come in second in a point score of 574. Quite a few in the 500 section here. We've also got a Van der Merwe of South Africa, 567. So the swimmers making their way from the pool as we wait for the official results to come up, not only on the screen here inside Ponds Forwards, but of course on the live screen as well. Disqualification coming in lane 2 of heat number 5. There are the official results for you guys at home as well. This is heat number 6.
Heat 6 underway. Ahmet Mintaz in 0 from Turkey. In 1, Lewis Pickery from Hamilton. In 2, Benjamin Granger of Great Britain. In 3, Adam Roebuck from Carrington. In 4, Jarno Thierens from Belgium. Marty Braunschweig from Germany in 5. Andreas Bornstad from Norway in 6. Daniel Harkin in 7 from Finland. Joshua Monaghan Coombs in lane number 8 from Saxon Crown. And in lane number 9, Angus Legandy from Scarborough. Here ends SM Tenson from Belgium in the blue hat in the centre of the pool. Malte Braunschweig next to him from Germany. 3 SM10 swimmers in heat number 6. Lewis Petrie, Benjamin Granger and Jarno Thierens. So they are racing against each other for those points. So don't forget it is done on those world records there. Malte Braunschweig in lane 5. The orange hat coming back very strong here down this breaststroke leg.
So it is Jano Tierens of Belgium that led at halfway, but as Joe was saying, Malte Braunschweig has already started to come up onto the shoulder and in fact take over. Doing well in 7 is Taneli Harkonen of Finland as well. And in fact it is Harkonen that turns in first position, so he enjoyed that section of the race indeed. It's Harkonen from Braunschweig, from Joshua Monaghan-Coombs. And swimming for Saxon Crown. 4th position then was Tierens. As they head back down in this final 50 metres freestyle, Braunschweig takes to the front, swimming in the S9 classification. So he, of course, is chasing a 2:13.60, swum by one Matthew Cowdrey. As they come to the wall in 5, it is Braunschweig, 580 points now. How will that change as the rest of the swimmers in the other classifications come in? The only one now that can affect him here in 6 is Bjornstad, swimming in the SM7 classification. He does, right at the end. We've seen that a few times already over the course of this competition. The last one to touch it in the heat is indeed the winner in the end. And so that happens for Andreas Bjornstad of Norway. "20 years of age, 5th place at the European Championships, an 8th place finish in Rio, and he comes in here with a 637-point victory in heat number 6. Braunschweig, just 16 years of age. We'll see plenty more of him, I'm sure, as well. And Harkonen, we saw in that race, also making a major competition debut as well. So Bjornstad, Braunschweig, Joshua Monaghan-Coombs comes in 3rd position in heat number 6. We're just about ready for heat 7. Heat 7 underway now. Jackie Faircharter's fantastic IM and 6-second PB swim from Joshua from Swim Coventry and Orion Swimming Club. So thank you very much to Jackie for that tweet. 6-second PBs, that's what it's all about, just clocking up those quicker and quicker times as you go along. Now, Aaron Gilbert of Orion is in lane 0. Misha Palazzo, that's the second of the Palazzos for Italy. I'll try and find out if they are related a little bit later on. We had Xenia Palazzo earlier on for Italy. John Law of Helensburgh in 2, no lane 3 in heat number 7 here. Jacob Leach, Great Britain in 4. Lewis Hines goes for Watford in 5. Lewis following in from Craig McNeil in 6, City of Salford. Great Britain's Matthew Rishworth is in 7. Estonia have Robin Lixor in 8. And the final lane belongs to Germany's Tobias Pollop. Gilbert, Palazzo, Law, Leach, Hines, McNeil, Rishworth, Lixor and Pollop. As we said, we've got 11 heats of this event. We're into number 7. Palazzo making a debut, born in 2002. One of 3 SM14 swimmers, 2 swimming in the SM10 category, Craig McNeil and Matthew Rishworth. We've got a swimmer swimming the SM7 classification, Tobias Pollop, born in 1986, by far the oldest of the competitors in this heat. He's 30 years of age now, a 2-time Paralympian. Multiple European medals, including a bronze in this very event last year in Funchal at the European Championship. So Tobias Pollop, plenty of ability, plenty of medals to his collection, and again, one of those that this could be one of those heats where the last swimmer in actually has the highest amount of points. The race for home continues though, Joe. It's Jacob Leach leading on from lane number 7, which is Matthew Rishworth.
Yeah, swimming at 2 at home now. It is still centre of the pool, Jacob Leach. And he does touch there in first, 723 points. SM8 swimmer. So we've got 4 swimmers left to come in.
Oh, and Pollard not quite able to get to Jacob Leach's 723. Got a 710 of his own. Germany's Pollard will go into second when we rank up this heat. Well done, Jacob Leach, 723 points. Pollard, 710. Misha Palazzo in 558 points, a time of 2:36.66. Rishworth, 2:36.96, just 3/10 back. That is the end of heat number 7. One of our swimmers hasn't noticed that everybody else has left the pool. He's doing so at speed now. Well done. We can now go to heat number 8. No lying around. Away we go with heat number 8. Just a reminder, we have got one more race to come at the end of the schedule. You get an extra race for your ticket. We've got a swim off for a place in the British final of the women's 50-metre freestyle race. So do stick around and cheer on those 2 athletes. Just pick a favourite and go for it, is the way we normally do it here. Vladimir Hladak of Czech Republic goes in lane 0. Cameron Vienkum of Carradon goes in 1. James Edwards of Chippenham is in 2. Nathan Melee of France in 3. Hon Ying Wong of Hong Kong goes in 4. Jackson Simmons of Great Britain goes in 6. Tigers jersey represented by Sol Bressett in 7. And Germany's Taliso Engel is in lane number 9. So it's Wong from Edwards and Melee as they make the halfway turn. No lane 8 here, which should have been Carlos Serrano Zarate of Colombia, but he is not there, quite clearly. Nicole Palmer says, best of luck in the finals, lads, for Matt Wiley and Joseph Craig. They'll be watching on the live stream. Keep those tweets coming in, hashtag BPSIM17.
So final 50 metres to go now, leading from the start and still leading down this last 50. Hon Ying Wong there from Hong Kong. SM14 swimmer.
Wong in 4. 692 points, that time of 2:25.84. 615 for Cameron Vienkum of Carradon. So nobody able to top that points tally of Hon Ying Wong from Hong Kong. And we've got a disqualification in that heat as well. That is in lane number 3. So Hon Ying Wong takes it from Cameron Vienkamp. James Edwards is third in that heat. Sol Bressett comes in fourth position as well. And our athletes from heat 8 are just about out of the pool, which means we can pretty much move on to heat number 9. So Andres Onya in lane 0 for Austria, Alex Rosser, Great Britain in 1, Conor Morrison, winner of one of the races last night, goes in 2. Scott Quinn, who's smiling as he bounded into the building a little bit earlier on, he's happy. He goes in 3. Dimitri Holin of Uzbekistan is in 5. Wakit Choi of Hong Kong, and he's 3 Hong Kong swimmers in a row here. Ka Chun Hui and Long Tin Chan. That's 5, 6, and 7. Niels Mortensen of Denmark in 8, and Adam Karas, Germany, completes the lineup here in number 9. Just 3 swimmers from Great Britain across all of the lanes. So a real showcase of international talent as we go along. But Morrison, Quinn, and Rosser will be looking to hold their own. Dimitri Holin was 5th in Rio, just 19 years of age. Wakit Choi, swimming in the SM14 classification, he came 10th in Rio. It's a 15-year-old debut for Ka Chun Hui, and also a debut for Long Tin Chan as well. And Adam Karas of Germany, he's just 16, trains in Dortmund. And it is a much more experienced Wakit Choi. He turns in a 1:44.37.
Yeah, having a fantastic third leg there. Huge lead here over the rest of the field. Coming into the final 25 metres. Still Wakit Choi there from Hong Kong. His teammate just in second. Scott Quinn from Great Britain though coming through. And Dimitri Holin on that freestyle leg. Really coming through here on final 5 metres. But with 848 points is the swimmer from Hong Kong, Wakit Choi. Dimitri Holin, 821 points there. One swimmer left to come in 0.
So 848 should take heat number 9. We'll wait for the official results. We've had a fair few disqualifications this morning, so we have to wait for those official results. Wakit Choi from Dimitri Holin of Uzbekistan is what we think the results will be. Not far behind them was Long Tin Chan, 787. Scott Quinn, 778. He won the other battle of the British S14 swimmers. He was just in front of Conor Morrison and Alex Rosser. It's a personal best from Rosser. Now the results are in. A disqualification in lane number 6. We can now indeed move on to heat number 10. Here we go then. George Kelman-Johns of Claysmore in lane 0. Liam Spence, Great Britain in 1. No lane 2. Ollie Hine, Great Britain in 3. Oliver, to give him his full name. Jack Thomas, Great Britain also in 4. Wai Lok Tang of Hong Kong in 5. And Antti Antero Ledika of Finland in 6. From Iceland is Jonsson Robert Isaac. Great Britain then have Benjamin Folston and Oliver Carter in 8 and 9. Talk about a man, Joe Jackson, that knows how to do a 200-metre individual medley. Ollie Hind is just such a person, swimming for Nova Centurion at club level. They're in their 25th year of existence, so well done to all the coaches and staff down there. I know Coach Glenn will be on poolside somewhere. Rio gold, Funchal gold, Glasgow gold, Commonwealth gold, pretty much gold.
Yeah, and also the world record holder as well. So what a fantastic athlete in the pool. Every year he comes and produces gold medals, fantastic swims. He's an SM8 swimmer, so the only SM8 swimmer in this heat here.
5 SM14 swimmers, so you would expect some of those to go quicker, but this is how good Ollie Hind is. He's holding his own against Tang and Thomas to his left-hand side. The other 2 SM14 swimmers in this race on the near side, Liam Spence and Kelman-Johns chasing down on Ollie Hind. Jonsson Robert Isaac is in lane 7. We'll have Antti Antero Latika who's swimming for a time of 2:03.79. That's the world record by Ihar Boki in the SM13 classification. Wai Lok Tang is in 3rd position at the moment. Jack Thomas going well, SM14 swimmer. The British record 2:12.88, held by one Thomas Hamer, who's coming up in heat number 11. But it's going very well here in 7 for Robert Isaac of Iceland as they come towards the wall. At the touch then in 7, 796 points. Joe will be keeping her eyes on the scores here as they come in. At 796 leads from Wai Lok Tang, 850 from Ollie Hine, 2:27.80. Isaac's time 2:19.20. That's 796 points. And indeed, as we wait for the official results, all these swimmers are now in, and that 2:27.80 from Ollie Hine is indeed the fastest, or the biggest points total, shall I say, the closest to a current world record, and that gives him 850 points. Isaac 796, and in 3rd, Jack Thomas, Great Britain also 744 as he chased down on Jonsson Robert Isaac. Heat 11. So heat number 11, then our final heat of the men's 200 metres individual. And don't forget, we do have one more race to come. Do not go anywhere. We will have a swim-off to come. Alison Lewis says, well done to all Manchester and North West Disability Swimming Club swimmers from Sam's mum. It's another good day, she says. So keep those tweets coming into us. Right, we've got Jack Milne, Great Britain, lane 0. Joseph Siege, Great Britain also in 1. Matthew Redfern of Worcester in 3. For Devsbek Musabekov of Uzbekistan in 3. Thomas Hamer, Great Britain in 4. The rest of these are all Great British swimmers until we get to lane 9. So we've got Thomas Hamer, Kahuru Harazawa, Jordan Catchpole, Tyler Ayanu. Yes. Matthew Gibson and Barry McClements of Ireland goes in lane number 9. Turning in first is Harazawa, second Catchpole, third was Hamer, and Ianu in 4. So Great Britain have 1 to 4 here in terms of times. Harazawa swimming as an SM10 swimmer. So the SM14 swimmers would expect to catch him over certain legs of this race. Otherwise, Harazawa is having an absolute belter here. Muzabekov is a quick SM13 swimmer as well, but as they come towards the wall then, it will be Harazawa from Tommy Hamer. And Harazawa SM10 will be looking at his own British record, stands at 2:16.22. So he'll be looking to see how quick he can go on that. And you see the strength here of Thomas Hamer, Joe, just kicking for home. The SM14 swimmer is just ploughing through the water on his way back.
Yeah, he's coming back very strong here down this final 10 metres. He's really bringing it home here. Hammer in lane for Harazawa, though, having a fantastic swim there.
So Hamer in 2:17.30 gets 829 points. Harazawa 2:18.44 coming in and giving him 770. 8:10 for Jordan Catchpole. 2:18.36 for him. An entry time of 2:22.69. So that's a really good swim from Jordan Catchpole. His personal best was 2:20.91 Catchpole, so he's burst through that. Swims out of Norwich. So, I'm sure Coach Alex will be happy with that on poolside. There's the thumbs up, thought so. So the official results up on your screens now. Thomas Hamer's 2:17.30 gives him 829 points. That's one of the best of the lot. We had 850 in the penultimate heat, 848 in the heat before that as well. Don't forget, don't go anywhere. We've got a swim off to come. Those of you putting your coats on, we can see you. Stay where you are. We've still got the swim off to come. So just a reminder that the top 8 S14 swimmers in the men's 200 metres individual medley will be asked to take part in the skins event tonight. So we'll read those out in just a few moments. Hopefully we'll get those very, very quickly. So do stick around till after the swim off. We'll try and read those top 8 names and clubs and or countries out in a couple of moments' time. So do stick around. Top 8 S14 swimmers will go through to the skins event later on this evening. The swim off is coming in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you a swim off. This is for a place in the British final for the women's 50 metres freestyle. Please welcome in lane 4, Harriet Dickinson. And in lane 5, Olivia May Cameron. This is the swim off. Just a small delay at the start. We've had the drama. I've done the build-up. I've saved my best dramatic voice, and I've got a little pause before we get started. We'll hopefully be underway in just a second. We're just testing the starting equipment. Keep those tweaks coming in. Don't forget, stick around. The swim off to come. And once again, I'll do that again. This is the swim off. So where we go then, nice and simple. Pick a lane, pick a winner and cheer them on. If you're inside Ponds Forge, you may as well make some noise. It's only 50 metres. Lane 4, Harriet Dickinson of Gloucester. She's got the gold cap with the letter G on the side of her head. And then from Mount Kelly, we've got Olivia May Cameron. Both these ladies clocked 514 points a little bit earlier on. That means the time for Dickinson was a 34.15. She's an S10 swimmer. Olivia May Cameron from Mount Kelly is an S8 swimmer, also getting 514 points in a time of 37.10. So she will be slower, but she needs to get the points on the board. 33.62 is the time we've got coming up. Somebody at the moment will tell me what the points are. So ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our two swim-off athletes. We'll give you the winner of that in just a moment. And in fact, a big round of applause for all of the swimmers that we've seen here this morning taking part on day 2 of the British Paraswimming International Meet 2017. And whilst you're putting your hands together, can we have a big round of applause for all of the volunteers and our officials, without whom we can't deliver these events. So a big thank you to all of those wonderful people helping out, and to the coaches as well. They're often missed out of that. Big applause for all of our coaches. Again, without those guys, we can't do these meets. Now, listen up very quickly. We need all of these swimmers or a representative for the following people to go to the timing suite immediately. So we need the swimmer or a representative of that swimmer to go to the timing suite immediately. Right, we've got Wakit Choi, Thomas Hamer, Jordan Catchpole, Johnson Robert Isaac, Long Tin Chan, Scott Quinn, Jack Thomas and Connor Morrison. We need the swimmer or the representative of the following people: Wakit Choi, Thomas Hamer, Jordan Catchpole, Johnson Robert Isaac. We've got Long Tin Chan, Scott Quinn, Jack Thomas and Connor Morrison. Swimmer or representative to the timing suite immediately, please. Okay, so for those people watching live on the stream, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back with you just before 5 p.m. this evening. So goodbye to you guys at home on the stream. For the British coaches, we need